welcome to my channel, Arabella's Heart for Book Art. I am, for this new video, I'm going to show you this new art journal folder holder that I made, and I will show you really elaborate how this is how this looks. So what I want to do is do a challenge, and I want to do something fun, like a challenge. So hereby I want to invite you to take my challenge and make a folder holder, art journal folder holder, or junk journal folder holder, whatever you are working with and whatever you have scrap wise laying on your desk, and that is part of the challenge. So challenge 1 is make a folder holder, part 2 is make it from scraps. So my cat is going in front of the window over there. So yeah, so make a folder holder, make it from scraps, that's what I said. And also make it for some of your junk journals or art journals that you have laying around and don't fit in your closet anymore or in your shelf. So here I have one space for one journal really, and I have 4 journals in it, so this is really cool. And that's just what I needed, because I stacked my journals on top of each other now. So I will show you shots in between now. Stacked, stacked, stacked. Not okay. No more room. So yeah, so this is the challenge. Make a folder holder, post it on Instagram, tag me in the Instagram post, and I will choose a winner from everybody that is, I hope there is a few that will join in to make this, and you can win one of these journals. So one of my personal art journal. I didn't write in it or something, but my art will be in it. So one of these will be yours. So join in the fun and make a folder holder. And while we are at it, perhaps we can come up with a better name for it than folder holder. But well, it has really a ring to it, sort of. But perhaps you can come up with a better name for me. So make a folder holder, join in the fun. Welcome to Arabella's Heart for Book Art. I came up with something new to do with our scraps. This is an art journal folder holder, and I did put my 4 newest art journals in them, from small to large, so that's really looking cool, because I am running out of space. So this is yeah, it was necessary and fun to do at the same time. So I saw 2 envelopes, you know, those envelopes that you get in the mail with your bills or something else, like ads like this, to win the lottery, of course, to get to become a millionaire. I just as you can see, put those together. I stuck them together with just a piece of paper, and then made a hinge. You can also use fabric, to coat it with, to put stuff on it. So I got every little piece that I got on my coffee table. This is my coffee table, but I got this piece of my cabinet that that was broken. So this is the back of one of my cabinets, Merlot. And I thought that looked cheery and yellow, stripy. And yeah, so I wanted to share this with you. So perhaps you can join in and make one. And I would gladly see it. If you do, show me on Instagram. My Instagram is Arabella Heart for Art. And there I showed one picture, and yeah, I got really good response. And I thought, why not show it? I already wanted to do a show and tell or a flip of those 4. And I only made 2, but this is what I was left with. So I made these from the leftovers from these. That's also really cool to do, by the way. So I put what I said, I put those together, and then I thought I wanted to make a journal out of it. And then, so I'm just taking you through my thought process over here. And then I saw all those junky pieces and cool pieces that you get when you tear things off, the straight edges off. That's what I do often. So I started to stick them down, and that's what you see on this side. So these are all pieces that I got laying around. And also I got some telephone book paper, and then I also started to paint on top and made this a little bit into yeah, so that it's easy to pull open, but it's already open enough. So let me get my journals out. So these are the 2 smallest ones. This was the first one that I made from all the remnants from the large one. And I started to also sew all the pieces together. So this is just also a piece of the cardboard box that I was working with another journal. And these are stamps that I came up with. That is from I think it's from Mahjong. It's yes, hello kitty cat. And yeah, this was really made a long time ago, so it's yeah, this is just stamping off, trying out, and yeah, I just sewed that on. So first let me pull them out, and then I will show my holder a little bit better. And these are my 2 largest ones that I started with to make. So I have a long video. So this is really so simple to do, and I didn't even do something on the inside. You could do that, of course, and you could also deconstruct and then construct everything again, making everything really strong. I also sewed along the edges, and this is also what I had. I had these baby wipes. You all have them to wipe off your brushes or something. And this is I was watercoloring, so this is watercolor that I was dabbing off my, I don't know how you call that, of my table. So, and this is just a piece of that I folded around the other side. So, and this is how do you call that, tissue paper that I was cleaning off my gel plate with. So I really love this idea, and so it's looking so cool, and that's why I made this a little bit lower so that you can also see the back. Here I this cloth over to the back side, as you can see. So it's really so easy to make this. Yeah, okay, I will put this aside. And also what is cool is that you can house, yeah, on your shelf, you can put a lot of your journals in and make it perhaps in the same style, because you are using what you used in your journals, all the scraps. And yeah, I just stuck them down and then painted over it and made a big mess. And here I found a piece in my stash. This is really 4 years old. So this is how I came up with making things in different shapes by cutting off the white of my painty papers. Because when you start with your gel print, you don't think about printing the edges, and we all do that. It's a learning curve, right, with everything that we do. So yeah, and then because I also love shapes, I started to cut off all the whites, and that's how I came up with that oddly wildly shaped art junk journal idea. So here I made a really a cool thing. I made the cover with strips of something I made. Here is a piece of gel print, and the cover itself also is a piece of gel print. And I also did some with that paste stuff, raised paste. I don't know how you call things, but well, you just have to bear with me. So this is an envelope, and I also made inserts for it. So just a piece of my yeah, what I have had laying around on my table, so I can work more on this. I made also yeah, envelopes from my gel prints as well. And I love this idea also. I had this print that was really not yeah, it didn't work, so I tried to print on sort of a wooden board thingy to get this print. And here, and I tried to carve a sort of a shape from a bird, and that really didn't work. But when you make yeah, a weirdly shaped envelope out of it, it's really becoming cool, don't you think? And this is also all the small pieces that I found on my desk, and then sewed a little bit messily, as I tend to do. I made old pink paint, and I really love that color. It's one of my favorite colors. So here also smaller one, and also with an insert from gel prints, and I stamped a little bit on it. So I really used a lot. Still a little bit out of breath when I do stuff. So I'm going to show you the rest of the inside. I would have to sit down for this. Try to stay in frame. So I'll flip through them, and then I will see you on the other side of this first one. It's not done yet, but I can work on it some more. Some sewing here and there, tip-ins, white, can still work in it. Here's also a weirdly shaped, how do you call that, page. Then I made a pocket. Then from one of my gel prints, I'm going to make a booklet out of this, not done. It's really cool to keep some things in it that are not done yet, so you can work on it. So this is the same thing, the other half. And I worked a little bit more here. I made a sort of a thing that I can put a tag in. And here also one of the scraps that I had laying around. Here's the back, and I just stuck down one of the scraps that I also had in my stash. And it's not sewn, I just bound it with some twine. So I will flip the other one. This is more sewn. I sewed all the pieces. They're also, I already showed this when I started. This is really an old one, this. Really old. I wanted to try some borders, so with this. So this is really pieced together. And this is also really old gel print, and I watercolored this one. Just pieced together. I sewed it together, this one. And this is my first try out to do a transfer, and it didn't work, but I really like this look that it gave me. And then half the page. Really love those elements. And then the covers aren't attached yet. Of course they are sleeping, and when I put on the camera he started to meow and started to fuss. They are just like small children, like that. And I have here my abstract flowers. I have another sheet that was the ghost print, but it is just as good. And this I made in another video, this gel print, and I will yeah, I will put that video on my YouTube channel. So I made it like this with a piece of cardboard in between, and I left that open so you can put something in between still. Here, and I can this is to put tags in it. Not done yet, but that's okay. Sometimes it's cool to show what you're working on. So I chose this one with the weird face that I didn't see when I was recording the first time. I chose this to be the inside for that cover, and I love this cover as well, for the front with the weird shapes and with those strips, but I wanted something else to cover it, something more substantial. This was a little bit flimsy, but I did back it with an old gel print. This is the same thing that I tried to print onto sort of the back of a picture frame. It's a little bit, it has prints, and that I tried out. So let me flip this one. This is an old gel print, and I stuck it down, so it still has to, has to work a little bit. And I left some of them open for pockets. What I did was, if you have smaller gel prints, because I printed onto cut-off pieces from large A3 pages, I made 8.5 and 11. So you get this piece that you cut off, and that is what I use for these gel prints. And what I thought is I'm making a new size to divide those pieces, and then I will scoot them over. I do that a lot, so you don't have to be you don't have to depend on this size, but you can make the size whatever you want. So I chose not to do anything with it yet, but only some pockets or a weird fold that is crooked. And this one is a little bit more straight, I see. And I love this this one. It has so many different things to it. And what I tend to see faces in these, or water. You see water, just straight. This is a pond or yeah, something. Here you see a few mountains. This could also be landscape. And here I also see something of a landscape. This is the sky, and this is far away. You look in the village. This is a village. I have a lot of imagination as well. And here I see here a line, the edge, and these are then the forest, and this is the pond that it's shining. The reflection is over here, and here's also an edge of the other side of the pond. That's what I see in it, and this is also really cool. This is with a water-based paint together with acrylic, and you get really a cool effect when you merge them. Here I sewed a little bit, so I made a tuck. This one I really love as well. Here I also see a pond in it. This is just messy, but perhaps you see something. This could be a figure. You see the head, and this is the body. So, and here you see two legs, you see, and it's a lady. And this is just forest, and here is a pond. That's what I see. Here this also could be a figure with a skirt and legs. Oh my goodness, I have so a lot of imagination. This is just messy, but it could also be something, of course. This could also be a face, but then the other way around. I see a face, and here is another face, and here are shoulders. I have an idea with that I can see faces, and this is clearly, I see a face in this one. So okay, that's that one. And this is not done yet, but I thought that I would show, because then you can see how I did it. So I just for the cover, I also made these strips that I showed. I left them loose so I can tuck some stuff in between, and here as well. So the inside cover I made like this. I used that strip. I also doodled on it, and this is stamps from that how do you call that? Something to play with, those blocks, Wayong, I don't know how you call that. That's a game. I think it's a Chinese game. Wayong. No, that's not how it's called. I will look it up, how it's called. These are old gel prints. I wanted to do something with watercolor paint on the gel prints. I left it just white. So now I have that for the inside. The other side, this is an envelope, so I can also stick some stuff in. and I just used some cardboard in between. This is, I think this is from my daughter's workbooks from her school, and I painted the edges, also sewed, but it didn't really work, but that's okay. You can't see that as much over here. This is when I started to sew, and I tried to do that. So here you see mathematics from my daughter in between. It's just to make it a little bit sturdy. And then I made from an old gel print, I made this, and I really love this. So I had a round gel print at the time, and I was really experimenting with that, and I love this with the lines and then sewing around it. Sewed for the first time a half a circle. That was really nerve-wracking to try, but it worked, so I really love this one. Here you can see my sewing is starting to improve. Thank goodness. So this will be the cover from this one, and this will be like this, and this is the same with the cut-off pieces. This is an old gel print. This would be the cover. That's what I started with, and I did use some stencils for this. Also scooted it over to make a certain height, a new height. Here's also from that game, board game or something. It's not a board game, it's a game with stones. I will look them up and show you. This also looks to me like yeah, nature. You look in the I won't I won't do it. Oh my goodness. Here also with watercolor, or sometimes I just water down acrylics, but this is a combination. Here also is a road. Here are some homes. That's what I see. I'm explaining what I see again. Oh no. I love also these colors. It's a little bit light, but that's okay. There's also a purple pond, of course. Why not? And here also I see something in it, but I don't know if the camera is picking it up. But here I see an eye, and there's an eye, and this is a face. So here I see a face, but I think you can only see the middle line. I don't know. I really love these. So tell me if you want me to show you how to make this holder. I really enjoyed making it, and I will make more because I have a lot of envelopes, as we all do, because we all have mail. And here also I see a face. So this is really abstract. I don't know if you can see it, but this are the lips, and here you see really an abstract eye, and there is the eye is closed. So perhaps I will enhance that and make it an art piece. Here also really cool what it became. Yeah, I'm still recording. I was afraid that it stopped because I'm sitting down. I can't see the camera now. It's also cool, and it's so different. I just folded them in half and then started with my 6x6, started to print and then build up the layers. And some of them got really a lot of layers, and some of them a little bit less, like this one. It just got only one color and then a little bit more colors. This also looks to me like a tree, and this is a mountain. And this is an old old gel print. I just printed something. It wasn't really meant to be something. So I really love this way that this cover is made as well. And here, this is a wing from that bird that I wanted to try. So this is the wing, but I really love to do it like this. So just for the spine. So this is it. I really want to know what you think about my holder, and also yeah, let me know if you want me to make one on camera. I would be happy to show you how I made it, and it will be a lot of fun for me as well, because I really love making this. And also just yeah, just I went with the flow, what I was feeling at the moment to make, so it just came out. And those are just the same as when you make art, just when it's coming out of your soul. That will make really the most pretty art, don't you think? And what I love about this, as I am putting this in, I forgot to say that I also used fabric. This is one of my old curtains from IKEA, so I'm still using those pieces. For the ones that are following me, I'm using, since I use fabric, I'm using that fabric. I still have a lot of it, so yeah, I really enjoyed making this holder. This is so cool. And I also wanted, I will show you from a different angle when it's standing upright. I will also show you that, but yeah, I really love this. So let me know what you think. Let me know if you want me to make one. It has been a while since I recorded the tutorial, so yeah, I would be happy to do it. So also use up some of those scraps that I still have. So I will show you, and my plates are already ready to go. So I want to show you what I really used for those smaller scraps. And this is what yeah, this is what I used. All the small scraps. Some of them are painted and stuck together already, or some of them are ripped off to make a smaller, to make a ripped side instead of a straight side. So I also rip these off so I can make something of that. So that is really what I'm using. I'm using the smallest pieces, and when you stick them all together, it will make this, and also make it really sturdy, a lot sturdier. So that was really what I was thinking about when I made this. So okay, before I let it snow with all my small pieces, I already did that. So I'm going to say goodbye. So I will see you in my next video. Please don't forget to subscribe and tell all your friends about it. We are making a folder, and this I will call an art journal folder, I think. Perhaps we can come up with a fun name for it. I don't know. A fun journal holder. I don't know. You can help me with that, right? So I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Doei. Doei. Doei.